So for this video, we're going to be talking about a gun that is iconic and it's a timeless piece of firearms history. And a lot of people meme about wanting to make a modernized version of it. And me, I saw it, looked at it, and thought, it really wouldn't be too hard now, would it? I'm going to eat those words, aren't I? However, that being said, we're going to take a look at the Red 9. And I first became really acquainted with this gun from Resident Evil 4. Let me show you. There's just something about this gun that just tingles my tism just in all the right ways. Nope, 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 nope. You missed. I love that game. But if you're a fan of gunsmithing, this next program is going to be great for you. It's called World of Guns, and I'm going to actually get to show you exactly just how simple this gun is via World of Guns. Let's roll this. So this is the Mauser C96, also known as the Red 9, and boy, I like this gun. Just something about it's always like really just tickled my tism just incredibly well, and I looked at the platform of it and I'm just like, I'm surprised no one's ever reproduced these. Because it's not that complicated. I'm going to do that a lot in this video. It's not that complicated of a gun. And it's interesting to me. I forgot how to actually change the skin of these things. Because I know there's like 5 different skins for this particular gun. But this program is called World of Guns, and if you're a gunsmith who likes to deal with a lot of different strange guns, I feel like this program would be nice for anyone. But let's slow this down and let's look at the basic operation here. Let's go at 10. Let's turn off the X-ray real quick. Now, a lot of people, and I blame video games for this, they don't realize that this upper assembly here, which I don't know if we'd call this a slide or if we'd call this an upper receiver. So, because you got the barrel as being one piece here, and it doesn't move. Like, it moves, but it moves in tandem with the upper portion here. I'm just going to call it an upper receiver. But you look at it, and it only moves a little bit, just a little bit. Now let's go back to the X-ray. And back in the day, this would have been a bitch and 3/4 to actually produce. But with modern day technology, with our CNC machines, this should not be too hard. I say that now, yet, oh boy, actually trying, I feel like it's going to be a much bigger problem. You see it move, you see it go. The extractor there. That's going to be fun. I feel like that's going to actually be one of the easiest parts to produce. But it moves back. Not exactly sure how much that's actually moving. Like, I've held one of these guns, but I've not shot it. Because it was old and finding ammo for it. Oh my god. Now, there are versions of this that actually have a detachable mag, so you don't need to use the stripper clip. But I'm thinking for our reproduction project here, we just, add maybe a Scorpion Evo mag or a Mac mag. I haven't decided what would actually be best. I think the Scorpion Evo might be a problem because you got the little notch right here. So, there's a lot to consider there. But I think this would just be freaking sexy as all hell if you had it with a Scorpion Evo mag, the little freaking banana shape coming off there. I mean, that would gain a lot of attention. That's like, yeah, it's actually an incredibly simple design, and a lot of people just don't realize that. The next thing that is part of this project is red dot availability. Like, we could easily pop a rail right here. Like, I want to still keep the ability to use iron sights, but, if we're talking modernization, red dot. Bam. Yep. And it locks back on its own. So yeah, obviously we got to keep that. So, reloading with a stripper clip. If we could find a way to make that still possible, that'd be just awesome. Man, this is taking forever. Oh my god. Let's move it to 10%. Like, there's just something cool about this. And this is actually what a clip is. Clips feed into magazines. That's the biggest difference. And booyah. And the moment you pulled that stripper clip out, it just, the bolt would go forward on its own. But I do need to specify that this is right now just a one-off project, and right now I'm just looking at the viability of it. Because there are some things that I do question whether or not it's even viable in the first place, and that goes with certain parts that I have no idea how to produce. Alright, so right now as we're looking at the parts here, I feel as though there's a few bits that are incredibly simple that aren't really going to be much of a problem at all. I mean, look at this bolt here. Literally all I got to do is lay it on its side and have the CNC machine do its thing at a different angle, and it's Gucci. Even then, I think we can simplify it even more. And this is one of the most iconic pieces of the gun, so yeah, I mean, you still gotta have that bolt there. So, the upper receiver here is actually combined with the barrel. It's all one piece. I feel like this part alone was just a major bitch and a half to produce. So what I'm thinking here is we have the barrel and the upper receiver just, completely split from one another. So you could put your own barrel on there. The issues with that is you would have it interfacing with these rails, which that's another problem right there. Will it make clearance for the rails? Because I'm thinking you could just have a barrel that just screws in right here, but will it interfere with the rails? That's the main question here. Now, here's where I start to come into something where I think I'm going to have problems. And that is the sear spring. You can get the notch there for the disconnector, and yeah. Producing this, is there a way to simplify this so that you got a coil? I mean, there's a lot of questions here. Because, I mean, I still want to keep the basic Mauser C96 form, but it's a flat spring with this little thick spot right here. I've got a lot of questions, and I'm probably going to have to watch the video of this operating a lot more. So, lots of things to think about. I feel like that spring alone is going to kill the project, if this goes anywhere at all. That one spring. But I'm still 100% certain that we can modify this in some way. Cut. That one spring is what's really... I think if anything kills the project, it's going to be that one spring. Everything else I could see being easy to produce, but that one spring... That one spring. It tickles my tism in all the ways I don't want it to. So I'm curious, what do you guys think about this? Like, I feel like this gun, if it was reproduced, it would get a lot of attention and it'd just be a cool thing. And with the 3D printed gun community, who I know would be more than willing to help me out with this, I feel as though this project, I've got all the people that could help me. And if this was to go somewhere else, I think that'd just be great. I am, however, 100% positive that at some point I'm going to start reproducing a certain pistol from the Japanese. And no, it's not going to be the Nambu pistol. It's going to be the Nambu revolver. Because I love how simple it is, and you know I'm not even going to talk about that for right now. It's just, right now, this project, it blows my mind. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe, and I want to know what you guys think about this particular idea that I've got, and you guys tell me. Anyways, have a good one. Also, if you're wondering why there's absolutely no videos on the channel, it's because this is like the third time I've reset the channel. Have a good one, guys.